Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. I've got the cutest card for you. It's a fun, fancy fold. I learned this from my friend Janet, and it's a hamburger card, right? But now it's a hot dog card. Do you see that? Isn't that so cool? It's a super simple fold and a whole lot of fun. Ready? Hot dog. Now hamburger. All right, let me show you how to do this. You're going to start with a piece of Starry Sky cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to get our Simply Score tool in here, and we're going to score this halfway on the 11-inch side. So that's at 5 1/2. And then we're going to mark 4 1/4 at the bottom of the page here. All right, so we're just going to mark our 4 1/4. And you can check that if you're going to use your Simply Score tool to mark it by flipping it, and then going 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4. Then you know that you hit the right track. All right, now you're going to take this, and I like to use this 6-inch mark. You're going to run down the 6-inch, and then you're going to put that little mark that you just made on the 6-inch track. So you know, because you came down from 6 inches and you're coming up to the mark that you just made on your card. You're going to go down from the top left corner, which is in the 6-inch track, down to that mark you made and score. Super simple. That is it for this fun fold. That's all you got to do. Let's get a bone folder and work that now. So there's our center. All right, now we're going to fold back the diagonal fold, and that's it. That's our fun fold. That is the whole mechanism. That's how you go from hamburger to hot dog. Can you believe how simple that is? All right, next up. But you're saying, well, that isn't this. I know. There's one more piece of the card base here. This is a 4 1/4-inch square of Starry Sky cardstock. We're going to put some adhesive. You can use dry or liquid here. I like liquid because then I can square everything up so it looks like it's one continuous piece. You're going to put your 4 1/4-inch square on the glue tab that you just made, the triangle glue tab, and then slide so that your corners and edges line up perfectly. All right, then burnish that down and watch. Here it is. Are you ready? It's hamburger, and now it's hot dog. It's hamburger, and now it's hot dog. I don't know if it thrills you as much as it thrills me, but I love it. All right, there's our card base. Now let's do some of the decorative pieces. We're going to need to complete the illusion here, you need 1 4-inch piece and for the outside, and you need a 1 4-inch piece for the inside. See how it has that illusion where it's tricky. If you just see it this way, and then you see it this way, you say, how did that get there? Because of this little tricky bit. So I've got Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper, and these are 1 inch by 1 inch. Now we also need white cardstock. I'm going to use a 4 4 piece, and we're going to stamp it to get our background here. And then we need a 4 5 1/4 piece for the inside of the card. So those are our pieces. Let's go ahead and we're going to adhere our Designer Series papers. I've got a little liquid glue, and we're going to put this first guy right in this space here. We're going to center so it's got equal top, bottom, and left borders. Now we're going to open this up, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put this Designer Series paper piece on the inside. Now we've got that fun illusion of having that piece of Designer Series paper first on the left and then on the bottom. So it's really kind of crucial to the illusion that both of those pieces are the same. All right, we got to do some stamping for our white cardstock bits. I'm going to bring my Stamparatus in here, and on the Stamparatus I have the brand new, let me show you this one, Rays of Light background. I love this with the Sunny Splash stamps. They're the perfect pair. I highly recommend ordering them together because this will go a long way. Now we want to be able to place our white piece so that we get the rays in the right place. So the first thing I do when I'm using a background stamp is I ink it and I stamp it on my paper so I can see where it's going to line up. Now we've got a 4-inch square here. And we're gonna end up with ink on the back too. But you see now I can place my rays exactly where I want them. I want them a little bit lower so that that open space that's kind of like the sun will be in the upper right hand corner. Now I can ink up my stamp again. I'm using So Saffron ink, and I can now stamp my paper, my white cardstock, and it's gonna look like it's another designer series paper when we're done. And with the Stamparatus, we're just gonna kind of press even pressure, hold one side, walk the other side, hold one side, walk the other side to get a good impression. And look at how beautiful those rays are. It looks like designer series paper, doesn't it? All right, then we've got the inside panel, and let me show you the inside of the card. It says, "Anywhere with you is paradise." So let's go ahead and stamp that part of the greeting, and then we can glue it in. I'm gonna use Starry Sky for that. Love this color combination. Starry Sky, Parakeet Pizzazz, Calypso Coral, and then the yellow I used, this is Crushed Curry, but I used So Saffron ink. I think it looks really good. All right. Anywhere with you is paradise. Ink up good. Going a little high of center because we want to add our bathing suit. I'm gonna get my liquid glue and my card. Let's go ahead and glue our liner. This one's gonna go in hot dog way. And then we're gonna close up and add our rays. And that's gonna go on the hamburger side. It's coming together. Okay, so there's our hamburger and our hot dog. Oh, so funny. Now I've got little pieces of designer series paper here. It's more of the Butterfly Kisses designer series paper, and these are 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. I started like that, but I wanted to add little tiny strips to the inside, like bring the outside to the inside. So we're gonna cut 1/4 inch off of these. So if you want to, you can do the 3 3/4 by 1 3/4 and then cut off 1/4 inch, or make 2 separate pieces out of scraps. But this was kind of the easiest way for me to pull a little bit of that outside pattern to the inside of the card. So we got the 3 3/4, we're gonna bring it down to 3 1/2. So if you're looking for exact measurements, this is 3 1/2 by 1 3/4. We've got 2 patterns the same size, and this is 1 3/4 by 1/4. These are for the outside, the hamburger side, and these are for the hot dog side. All right, let's go ahead and get the trimmer out of here. I'm going to show you a couple of die cut pieces that I did ahead of time. I'm doing my sentiment on a piece. Here is an oblong shape, and it's got this really cool embossed swirl around the edge. Do you see that? I cut that one using the Beautiful Shapes dies. And then I have the largest ticket from the sports event dies. I cut the edge of a Starry Sky scrap with that largest ticket. This is the rest of the die set. If you don't have this one, it's $13.50 right now. You don't have to get bundled on the sports theme. You'll use these tickets and pennants again and again and again in your creations, and they don't have to be sports themes. And then the last piece I did was a crushed curry circle. I think it looks like a bottle cap because of the little embossed line and then the crimped edge. This is from the All That dies, and we cut that one from crushed curry. So there's our die cuts, our designer series paper. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue on this Starry Sky edge, and we'll put that on our Calypso Coral Butterfly Kisses pattern. I love that it looks kind of like beach towels behind the swimsuits. So that's why the long skinny rectangles. It was on purpose to kind of give that feel of there being towels behind our swimsuits. And we can put those on the card now. Slide everybody aside. And got my parakeet party and my Calypso coral beach towel. We're gonna go to the left of center just a little bit here. So let's plan those out. We want to see the sunshine pattern all the way around. A little bit further right, but we're gonna definitely have more rays on the right side of the towels than on the left side of the towels. And this little dude needs some liquid glue. We want them to be kind of toggled and tippy. I do that a lot. All right, now we need a greeting for the outside. Oh, I'm going to lose my little inside bits. Hold those aside. I'm going to do hello sunshine, and all the greetings and images that we're doing today are all from this Sunny Splash stamp set. All right, so Starry Sky ink, hello sunshine. We're going to stamp right in the center of this oblong, maybe a little bit to the right because we're going to turn it into a tag. Let the ink transfer. We got high contrast, a really dark blue ink on white cardstock. So give it some time and let the ink transfer. Same thing with your swimsuits. We got a scrap of basic white here. And we're gonna do 4 swimsuits. I did one ahead and cut it out. This is the one for the inside. That one's Starry Sky. But we need one of each color for the outside too. So parakeet party polka dots. And then Calypso coral stripes. And we're gonna do ruffles with Starry Sky. All right, let's clear away the Stampin' pads and cut out our swimsuits. I'm gonna fussy cut them with just a little white border using my paper snips. Anybody else think these vintage swimsuits are just too perfect? I love them. Let's make our tag. I'm going to put hello sunshine, a little bit of adhesive, liquid glue on the back there in the center. We're going to bring in our big bottle cap. I think it kind of has the look of the sun. And we're going to pop that on. And then I've got a 1/8 inch hole punch. We're going to make it a tag. Pop a little hole in there. Some linen thread. We're going to tie a big loopy bow. I love the texture. The color is kind of natural, like sand color, so it fits perfectly even with our bright color palette. It adds a great texture. I'm gonna loop, swoop, tuck, and pull. We've got some great loops and tails. Now we can add our tag. We're gonna let the tag hang off of our 4 1/4 inch square a little bit, so make sure your adhesive does not go past the edge here. And we want a little bit of green to show underneath our tag. Maybe even a little bit more. There we go. Got dimensionals for my swimsuit. Let's pop them all up. We just did the work of cutting them out, so we might as well show that off with some dimensionals. All right, everybody's sticky. Let's go ahead and adhere. And I chose the order so that the coral was on the green towel. And then we've got our blue swimsuit right in the center. And then our parakeet party suit is on the coral towel. And don't cover your greeting. So good, right? Let's move to the inside of the card. Don't you just love that fun flip? And we're just gonna bring some of the outside in. Got my little 1/4 inch by 3/4 inch strips. And I add a little liquid glue on the back. I like to put the glue on both of them so I can kind of slide them at the same time. Make sure the little hearts are up. I'm gonna lay the suit over there and adjust a bit as necessary. Good. I like that placement. And the suit gets some liquid glue too. If it was outside, we'd totally do dimensionals, but no dimensionals inside. And then add the little swimsuit. Almost there. Next up, we're gonna add some bling. I think every card needs just a little bit of something crunchy and sparkly. So I've got the glossy dots assortment here, and we're going to add a couple of those to our tag. And there it is. There's our hamburger hot dog magic card. I love it. Let's see if we can get them both ways in the screen here. Isn't that great? I hope that you enjoyed the project. If you've got any questions at all, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com and to shop Stampin' Up 24/7. Grab those sports event dies before they're gone for $13.50. Buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net and click shop. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.